What up, YouTube? Zembrance here. 2 topics I wanted to talk about that have been coming up on my Tumblr in my inbox and people having questions and stuff is how I knew I was genderqueer, confusions about maybe being genderqueer, and the other topic I wanted to talk about was misgendering, because it's also been coming up in my personal life with my pals. Excuse me, I'm sick. But okay, I'm going to start with first. So, genderqueer. Definition of genderqueer. Technically, it means you could be 2 genders, 3 genders, no gender. It means you don't necessarily fall into a binary. So, queer, subcategory of genderqueer, generally means that you don't necessarily fall into male or female category. For me, that's how I always felt. I didn't know what the fuck genderqueer was. I didn't know for a really long time that I was genderqueer. It was not until I was 22 years old that I came out as genderqueer. And before that, I was a very angry, lost person. I thought I could have been trans, but I knew inside I wasn't trans. It was just like this huge confusion. But it didn't really bother me until I realized, and I saw it on Tumblr, I was like, holy shit, this is what I am. That all of these doors started opening for me. It was just like never ending. I realized my sexual life way more, like everything that I felt kind of before was solidified me, like, no, this is actually what you are. Like, this is okay. And so coming out and realizing this was really great for me. But I've been getting a lot of messages about people saying, like, you know, I don't feel male and I don't feel female and I don't feel comfortable going in the men's room or the women's room. And all I have to say is I fucking feel that, girl or guy, anything, you know. They you know, it's really difficult to be born in a world that's still so wrapped around these societal views of just male and female. And if you come from a small place or I come from a very white, conservative place, so explaining even to people that you meet in your daily life what genderqueer means, like, they don't understand it. It doesn't exist where I live at all. Like, it's not a thing. So, you know, it's been a really true battle for me to be that person, to have to explain that. And I don't really like being that person, but at the same time, like, this is who I am. So, you know, I guess I gotta put it out there. So yeah, those who, you know, are feeling the same way, I would definitely say look into genderqueer. You know, and the big thing too is you don't have to be a title. I think a lot of the people out there are looking for somewhere to belong, and that's totally rad, because I was totally there for so long. But I think after a while, I realized none of it really matters, because in the end, I'm just a person who exists and loves, and it's really no different than any other person. You know, who I love and who I fuck is really no one's business, A, but B, also, you know, it's fluid, and it doesn't fucking matter. It's been going on for hundreds of years, and now it's all of a sudden a thing that, you know, cis men are sleeping with trans men. It's like, okay, this is like, you know, it's not an issue. It's not your business either, but also, like, just one step forward for us to, you know, being okay with just not the norm of what society has created for us. This week I have been called a boy more than I have my entire life, and I am not exactly sure why. But, you know, I don't really care. And that's, I think, another thing too. So getting onto misgendering, a lot of my pals are, you know, it's not my place to say, like, don't be upset, 'cause that's not what I'm saying at all. I just wanted to say, from my personal view on misgendering, I go by they pronouns. It's something that's still really new for me and scary for me, because I come from a very small place, and a lot of these people have known me my whole life, and, you know, a lot of them don't respect it, and the other half are my, you know, white conservative people. So, like, oh, actually, I'm not a girl and I'm not a guy. You can call me they. Like, it's a plural pronoun. Like, I'm sorry, what the fuck are you saying to me? I'm gonna call you they now. Like, they think it's a joke, and you're like, no, but actually, like, this is who I am, and respect it. And if you don't, then get the fuck out. But when it comes to misgendering, I kind of try not to let it get to me, because in my mind, yes, I do have a vagina. Yes, I was born with a fucking vagina. Yes, I'm still kind of girly looking. Yes, I have girly features. Yes, I have a short haircut that could be passed as a man's haircut. But you know what? Like, these are all these titles and stigmas that I'm constantly trying to get away from. Like, being genderqueer is not something I talk about very openly. I just tell people that I exist as a person, and I'm queer. I don't really like to tell people that I'm genderqueer and talk to me like this. And I understand maybe I should for the respect part, but for me personally, it doesn't bother me because in my mind I know that I am both male and female in so many ways, and these people aren't doing it to offend me. They just don't know, and I'm not afraid to tell them. Like, oh, just so you know, like, this is how it is. But I'm not going to go home and let it ruin my day, because these people, it's just a misunderstanding. And from a lot of the situations around me that I see, it seems that it's still just a big misunderstanding. These people just don't understand. And I understand that too, because I was totally that guy, like, before coming out as genderqueer. So, it's hard to see it's hard to see inside the bubble until you're actually in it. So, not saying that, don't be offended, but, like, just don't let it get to you, because a lot of people, they still just don't get it, and we have to educate them on this gray area that we live in, genderqueerness. It's so wonderful. And, just stick to your guns, but also don't let it get to you, because there are so many fucking people out there that see you for you and get you and are a part of this community, and it's wonderful. But, you're always going to have to deal with fucking assholes around you, or people who just don't understand. Like, when it comes to going in the men's bathroom, that's a wonderful time, isn't it? Standing in front of the bathroom and there's male and female, and you're like, oh, great, this is a great decision to make today. But, just do you, and don't worry so much about all these titles. Just do it. Just go for it. Just fucking do it. Use that men's room. Fucking cut your hair. Go by they pronouns if that's what's comfortable for you. And, don't get upset along the way when all these fucking people are not understanding. Just let them know. Just be like, hey, by the way, bitch, I'm genderqueer. Or I'm this, and I prefer if you didn't use those terms. My videos always end up being so fucking long. But I hope that this was a little bit helpful for someone. I'm sorry if it wasn't. I hope you all have a good day. See you later.